Hello out there, YouTubers. This is my review of The Legend of Korra, Season 4, Episode 11, entitled Kuvira's Gambit. I had to look that word gambit up, and it's defined in the dictionary, something done or said in order to gain an advantage or to produce a desired result. I just want to let that be in the people's mind because it relates so well at the end of the episode. Um, we start off the episode by seeing this scene where Kavira is talking to her empire and basically announcing victory over gaining Republic City. And at the end, there's a little snippet and kind of a foreshadowing for myself of the things that are possibly going to occur within the episode. Um, there's a scene where she talks to Batar, her fiance, and they were just saying that Batar just said, "I love you, Kavir." I don't know how everything happened, but they ended up to this mushy scene of like he loves her, and she says, she starts off once we get the empire, once we obtain Republic City and fully have the Earth Empire, then we can get married. And so that right there kind of gave my mind that she definitely feels more obligated to, more obligated towards achieving uh, the Earth Empire than her actual relationship with Batar. Like that's more important to her at you know at this moment. And so we phrase back. We go to the the gang that's in Republic City, and right now, basically, the only thing that they know is that they know Kavira has this weapon, but they don't know anything. They're just in a defense mode right now, and that so Korra asks Prince Wong, which he's kind of the head of this whole evacuating thing, and she asks him how many families have been evacuated. He says 18, and she's like, only 18? She's like, millions of people live here. And Mako, he puts his no bid in. It's like, it's only a voluntary evacuation. And it's like the people really don't see an imminent danger. So the people are just, kind of chill at the moment. So, then butts in Bolin, Sue, and I think her two the twins and like I think I can't remember everyone that was in there, but I know Bolin for sure because he came in there. And he was like, "Whoa!" It's like they're coming in 2 weeks, and it had Julie with her too, Julie, and they're coming in 2 weeks. They have this massive weapon. It's crazy. It's coming in 2 weeks. Uh, and and he says, "Let me let Julie explain." And she goes into her bit about how she swore alliance with her, but she only did it to try to sabotage the weapon, and that was kind of relieving to know that she didn't have intentions on helping her, which that was kind of shown throughout the previous episodes. And so then they make plans. Oh yes, we're gonna definitely tell people this is a mandatory evacuation. Let the people know. Let the people know. So we phase back into this another scene where we see Varric kind of like supervising the operation of these this different tech that they're the hummingbee things. I'm just gonna call them hummingbee tech. And Bolin comes in, it's like Varric, it's like, oh man, it's nice to see you and everything. It's like I brought someone to see you, and this is Julie. And then he has this look like, oh my goodness, I can't believe she's alive and everything. I was like so happy. And then Bolin's like, isn't there something you want to say? And he's like, he didn't say anything. And this, she went in like, I just want to say like, you know, very, you like the world to me. I would really, really like, you know, she didn't say love you, but she was like, you mean everything to me. And this dude, like, he comes in, and you're thinking, like, oh, man, it's going to be, like, this really tight hug scene or maybe, like, possibly even a kiss. And this dude's like, oh, yes, don't feel bad about yourself. You're my assistant. And then, like, I love how Julie, like, we've seen her all season 2 and pretty much all season 3 with, like, basically no emotion. And she's like, got this emotion thing. She's like, no, I'm not your assistant. I am your equal. And like she's told him how she felt, and he just kind of like completely ignored her. And then she like storms off and leaves, and then Bolin's like he face palms and like and we know the situation Bolin been in. Like he has been a bonehead towards Opal, and she's like, why did you mess up? Like you just messed up. But that was just kind of a cool little scene, and just it's crazy how very just did Julie. And but moving on, that's just another side bit. Oh man, it's getting kind of long already. Mako, we're going to the radio stations, and the lady tells them, you're talking to all the people in the whole Republic City. And Mako goes and like, Mako's like, pretty much makes the people anxious. And he does this by saying, President Raiko has pretty much had a mandatory evacuation. You need to go this way. It was like very confusing, like all these coordinates. Well, not coordinates, but ways you need to go. And he tells people to pull out this evacuation book, and that's kind of like, that makes the people eerie because it's not very clear. And then Prince Wu, oh man, Prince Wu did his thing in this episode. I was like, man, I was really liking Prince Wu. Prince Wu came on the radio, and he said, people, like, I know what this may feel like. Seeing we're in distress. I mean, seeing that we're under this distress, but trust me, I know, I've been through this, like, because if you flip back 4 or 5 episodes ago, well, maybe even longer than that, this dude got captured in the restroom, and he's like been having a PTSD towards going to the restroom. So he tells the people that I know this is bad, but we're gonna get through this. Grab all your friends and neighbors, but get to the nearest ferry. It's gonna be okay. And that kind of like soothes the people down. Like they had like if there was a wall of panels like 200 or 300 like blinkers of people calling in, it went down to like like down to 0. And Lynn was like, oh my goodness, like you just did it, like you really helped the people. And so that was really, really cool. I enjoyed that. And so we flip back and we go back to President Raiko and pretty much all the leaders after that. Team Avatar, the main 4 cast, they said they're gonna go ahead and take the spirit gun out because they know the danger, and even though it's 2 weeks ahead, they're gonna go ahead and take it out because we don't want, people to be injured. And President Raiko, he goes along with it, so it's a go. So they're going out on the bike on one of their bisons, and they're going out to go, stop this thing, pretty much. And so they get there. Well, excuse me. Before they get there, there's like some guardsmen, and they see this Transformer mech Gundam thing, like 20. Well, we'll see later on with how Korra describes it, but like this thing is like a freaking Titan, like Attack on Titan, like a Titan 30 feet. Like not 30 feet, 30 stories, 35 stories. This thing is huge, and it has the spirit gun. I mean, not the spirit gun, Yu Hakusho reference, but it has the spirit cannon or whatever we want to call that thing, pretty much. And we've only seen the spirit cannon like on the ground on wheels or on a train. And so it was crazy to see it like in the air like that. I mean, just on a Gundam, pretty much. And so out of nowhere, she doesn't announce nothing. It just happens. And the crazy thing is, like, I think like the legs are controlled like um by like actual people moving it, but like as far as like the arms and the actual firing mechanism, it's controlled by her bending. I mean, that was what I was seeing, but I could be wrong. But it was cool to see that. But I'm sorry, people. I'm just going all around the world. But she blasts them, uses cannon and blasts that tower of guardsmen just out of nowhere, no announcement, no nothing. And it was kind of tragic. So after that, they roll over to Team Avatar. They come like, I don't know, some time afterwards, and they see the cannon. They're like, oh my goodness, like this is crazy. And Kavira team spots them, and she was like, oh, let's go ahead and blast them. And he said, and so they do, but they miss them. And the teams, and not the team, but the Kavira's people see that they're still alive, and one of them says, well, they're gonna warn the kingdom. I mean, not the kingdom, but Republic City. And she's like, oh, just go ahead and let them. Like, it's cool. It's cool. That's all right. And so Korra warns the people that Korra and the rest of Team Avatar warns the leaders and everybody that it's a week early. Like, it's a week early, and that we need to pretty much, it's a week early, and we need to put everybody on lockdown and get ready to fight. They're hours away from getting to the city. I'm looking at some notes. So they're coming and they got their defense ready, and when the Met comes, everyone is looking so distraught, so nervous, so anxious. Like, they even had my guy General Iroh just had him sweating. It was just a bad scene and everything. So so she actually says, I'm going to show you my power. Like, President Rico, like, I don't know why he thinks he has command, but he's like, Kavira, you need to stop where you're at and everything. She's like, hold up, I got this power, let me show you. And she's like, basically sprays where the fairy is, and like, she says she don't care about people, and just basically like sprays where the people at, and with this spirit cannon. And it was like, oh my goodness, and then President Rico, as much as he's, at times President Rico can be very stubborn and very, proud headed, but at this time he's like, I surrender, and he accepted defeat. He really accepted defeat. And so after that, they were going to get terms ready for I'm sorry. They were getting terms ready to, give away Republic City. And Korra, General Iroh talks to Korra. He says, just stop this machine somewhere, because they really can't do anything. And so Korra, she comes up with a stealth team of airbenders, and they come up with this plan of stopping Batar, because Varric actually says, well, don't tell Batar that he's a good inventor, but he really is, because they built this machine in secrecy from everyone. And so after that, they had a stealth team of Korra, Tenzin, Bumi, Kai, and Janora. think those are the people that are involved, and of course Korra herself. Um, and so they come in, and I love this scene. It's like really tight. And Korra's metal bending, got take the roof off the thing, and they go in, swoop in, get them stealth. Stealth at its finest. No one even knew. They have it like in 45 seconds or so, and they were gone. It was really a cool scene. I really enjoyed that stealth. So they go they're pretty much on this airship, and they're talking to Batar. Korra's talking to Batar, and she kind of goes into that avatar state. Her eyes get glowy, and Batar's like, "I see through your bluff. You're not gonna hurt me." And Korra was like, "Yep." Sue was like, "Let me talk to him." And so she talks to him, and he says that the only family that he has is Kuvira. Like, he lost his family, and she went and said, when you left, it just broke our family down, but he just didn't care. The only thing that he loves right now is Kuvira. That is the only thing that he cares about. And afterwards, Korra, she says, "Oh," she said, "we've been going about it the wrong way. She basically threatens him and says she may run us out the city. She may stop us, and she may claim Republic City, but you're never going to see her again. And I'm going to make that my life mission to never let you see her again." And oh my goodness, I'm using distraught so many times, but this is the perfect moment to say he was looking distraught. He was looking like, no, like, I can't believe, Korra, you would actually like do that. That will hurt me, like, and everything. And that was a cool scene. So afterwards, Lynn and President Raiko are waiting for Batar, because Batar is going to make the agreement to basically Batar is basically going to be the spokesman to pretty much get this agreement out that they were surrendering. Excuse me. So the two, you know how you have this like entrance, and you have all this royal entrance, and then you have like two people in front of you, then you come down the middle, and the dudes look like, where Batar at? Like, where is this dude? And it's like, oh, we can't find him. It's like, and it was looking crazy. And so after a while, it's like, what's going on? Like, Lynn and President Raiko, like, what's going on? Was it some type of joke? And then Kuvira, she actually calls in, and she was just trying to, excuse me if I'm not saying this right, but I think she was like just checking on them and seeing if the agreement was done or something. I can't remember exactly. And then she got online, and like, one of her army men was like, I don't know, Kavira's on the line, what do I do? And then Raiko was like, give me that phone. like, you don't know what's, like, y'all don't have anything arranged or nothing, like, this disorganization. But needless to say, no one knows that Batar has been captured by Korra and her team. So she talks to him, and Kavira's like, what? Like, he's never made it. Like, what's going on? And then they get like this three-way conversation going, where Korra's got this phone put to Batar, and he's basically laying his emotion down, like Kuvira, they said that they're never gonna let me see you again, and I don't want that to happen. And the Republic City it's not more important than you and our love. Like, our love is like forever. Like, Republic City it's just a thing. Like, we can move past not having Republic City. We got the rest of the empire. We could just leave Republic City alone. And then Kuvira, she kind of like does the metal bending thing, like mutes it, and she was like, find where they at. I'm finna go finna go handle stuff. Find where they are at. And so and so so the guy, one of her workers, says, "We found him." And then she goes back to the line and she talks to him, and she says, "You're right. Republic City is not enough. It's not important. So our love is more important." And I was like, "Oh my goodness!" Like, out in my mind, I was like, "Kavira, I applaud." Like, Kavira, I thought she was like actually like kind of like going like to the emotional side a little bit. She was kind of like, feeling kind of emotional for a second. But go back to what I said before, what the definition of gambit is. The definition of gambit. And so the next scene is she is turning this gun, this spirit cannon, if I might, and points it. And Michael says, "Hold up, we got to get up out of here." She's pointing the gun at us, and everyone is like, "Oh no!" And like they were so sure after they had this conversation, they was untying Batar and getting them ready to get their own little covenant, not covenant, but their own surrender plan or whatever prepared. And they was pointing this gun at them, and sure enough, she blasted them people, those people. And afterwards, Lynn, she goes out. Lynn's like, tells the other dude, like, protect the people. Not protect the people, protect Ryko. And I'm gonna go look out for, any survivors, because the cannon is very, very destructive. Like, it's very horrific, like, to see that type of power and everything. I say and everything a lot. So at the end, we get a scene of them running, and hopefully, I'm hoping that Korra. We had some pretty powerful benders in that room. Like, hopefully, we had Tenzin and Korra doing some type of air defense thing, because we seen that, especially in season. I remember last season when we almost thought Korra in the Team Avatar got killed by what's the old guy? Sue's attendant guy, and they made it out of there. So hopefully they did some type of air defense type of thing. That's what I'm hoping, and that everyone lived, not any one of the people in there dying, because and so to go back to that word gambit, that was truly Kavira's gambit. Kavira's gambit was Batar. She had to get rid of him. That was a hard thing to do for her. Because at the end of the episode, we see her sigh, and then she looks determined, like, I'm focused now. I know what I have to do. It's hard for me, for him to have died. I did not want that to happen, but he was second to me. He was important to me, but he was not my priority. My priority was getting this empire 100% complete. That was my motive. But she had to give him up in order to produce an advantageous result, which is attaining that 100% empire. And that's what her gambit was. This finale coming up is gonna be great. Like, we got episodes 12 and 13 next week. It's gonna be great, guys. If you sat long enough for this review, I know I'm looking at it right now. It's 24 minutes and almost 30 seconds. I appreciate it if you came out and saw the video. Please give a like, give a comment of your thoughts of the episode, and this episode really touched me, because it was very, very, very emotional. It had a lot of emotions, and I truly appreciate that off of an episode, and a lot of thoughts, a lot of action. It was a great episode. I really enjoyed it, and if you haven't seen it, it's a great episode, and I hope you all have a great. Well, I'm recording this at night, but have a great night or great morning wherever you are, and y'all and we'll see y'all later.